Have you ever spent 6 months learning a skill only to realize a machine can now do it in 6 seconds? You look at your Python tutorials and think you're building job security. You're grinding LeetCode problems at 2 in the morning. You're memorizing syntax. You're paying for boot camps that promise six-figure salaries. Everyone told you this was the path. Learn to code equals job security. That's the promise. That's what your parents said. That's what the career counselors said. That's what the entire internet said. But what if they were wrong? Entry-level tech hiring decreased 25% year over year in 2024. Not a small dip. A quarter of the opportunities vanished, and it's accelerating. Stanford University found that employment among software developers aged 22 to 25 fell nearly 20% between 2022 and 2025. That's not a recession. That's a structural shift. Heather Doche from SignalFire told the New York Times, "Nobody has patience or time for hand-holding in this new environment where a lot of the work can be done by AI. The entry-level ladder is being pulled up." According to the 2025 Stack Overflow Developer Survey, 84% of developers now use AI coding tools. Not experimenting, using, daily. This isn't early adoption anymore. This is the new normal. By 2026, 90% of all code is predicted to be AI-generated. Not 20%, not half. 90%, let that sink in. 9 out of every 10 lines of code written by machines. Mark Benioff announced that Salesforce would stop hiring new software engineers in 2025, citing AI-driven productivity gains. One of the largest software companies in the world said, "We don't need more humans." Moore's law says computing doubles roughly every 2 years. AI compute is doubling every 3.4 months. That's not faster. That's a completely different category of acceleration. From 2012 to 2023, AI training compute increased by 1 billion times. Not 10 times, not a million times. 1 billion times more computing power in 11 years. Your brain cannot process exponentials like this. You might think, okay, but I'll just learn to use these tools better than everyone else. Simple, right? Wrong. Dead wrong, because the tools themselves are about to make that irrelevant. AI tools are no longer limited to autocomplete or chat-based assistants. We've entered the agent era, software that doesn't just suggest, it acts. It understands entire repositories. It makes decisions. GitHub Copilot suggests entire functions, class definitions, and complex algorithms. It has natural language conversations about your code. It explains, optimizes, and debugs without you leaving your editor. $10 a month. Cursor reads and modifies your entire code base. You can ask natural language questions across all your files. It's been called the most broadly adopted AI coding tool among individual developers. It sees everything. Claude Code operates from your terminal with natural language commands. It can perform large tasks, like adding language support to an entire application in minutes that normally take weeks compressed to minutes. Devon bills itself as a fully autonomous software engineer. It was $500 a month. Now it's $20. When the price of autonomous engineering drops 96% in 1 year, what does that tell you? These tools understand repositories, make multi-file changes, run tests, and iterate on tasks with minimal human input. You're not the programmer anymore. You're the supervisor of programmers that never sleep. Every month, these tools get more capable. Every month, the gap between what AI can do and what humans manually code widens. This isn't a trend that reverses. This is gravity. Now, before you spiral into despair, let me present the counterargument, because the situation is more nuanced than the doom headlines suggest. The data tells a more complex story. AWS CEO Matt Garman called the idea of replacing junior developers with AI, and I quote, "one of the dumbest things I've ever heard." Strong words from someone who runs the world's largest cloud infrastructure. Despite AI disruption, the software engineering job market is projected to grow by 17% through 2033, adding roughly 327,900 new roles. The market isn't shrinking, it's transforming. McKinsey expects AI to create more jobs than it eliminates, especially in AI development services, systems design, and applied machine learning. The question isn't whether jobs exist, it's whether you qualify for them. AI isn't eliminating developer jobs, it's redefining them. Routine coding is automated, but deep system thinking, architecture, and judgment are more valuable than ever. The job title stays, the job description changes. More code will be written than ever before, but less of it will be written by humans manually. The total market grows. The nature of the work transforms completely. Both things are true simultaneously. So the question isn't, will there be jobs? There will be. The question is, are you building the skills that will be valuable or the skills that are being automated? That distinction matters. Here's the shift you need to make. Old skills, syntax memorization, LeetCode grinding, writing code line by line. New skills, system design thinking, debugging AI output, architectural judgment. The columns have swapped. Instead of memorizing how to write a function, learn why that function exists in the system. What does it connect to? What happens when it fails? AI can write the code. You need to design the architecture. AI generates code fast, but it makes mistakes. Your job is to catch what the AI misses, to understand when the output looks right but is subtly wrong. That requires deeper understanding, not syntax memory. The questions that matter are changing. Not can you write this function, but why does this architecture exist? Why did the AI choose this approach? Is this the right solution? Why matters more than how? Instead of coding line by line, tomorrow's programmers may spend more time orchestrating AI, verifying its output, and handling the glue that connects automatically generated pieces into a coherent whole. Far from being obsolete, experienced developers become more valuable. AI handles grunt work, but senior engineers are needed to supervise AI and tackle complex, high-level design problems. Experience appreciates. Step 1. Stop memorizing syntax. Step 2. Start learning system design patterns. Step 3. Practice reviewing and debugging AI-generated code. Your training should match where the jobs are going, not where they were. Here's the insight that changes everything. Natural language is becoming the new programming language. The skill of translating human intent into code syntax is being replaced by AI that understands plain English. The old model required you to translate your intent into machine-readable syntax. That translation layer, learning Python, JavaScript, whatever, was the barrier to entry. That was your job security. The new model. Describe what you want in plain English, and AI handles the translation. Human intent goes directly to natural language, then AI converts to code, then machine executes. Syntax disappears. Claude Code lets you type natural language commands in your terminal. Cursor understands natural language queries across entire code bases. GitHub Copilot enables natural conversation about code. This is here now. If you can clearly describe what you want a program to do, you can increasingly build it without knowing syntax. Syntax knowledge, rapidly depreciating asset, clear thinking and system design, appreciating asset. The real skill becomes articulating what you want with precision, understanding the problem deeply enough to describe it clearly. The programming language of the future is the one you already speak. You're at a crossroads. One path leads to depreciating skills, the other leads to appreciating skills. The math is clear, the choice is yours, but the window for easy transition is closing. Your linear brain says, I have time to adapt. This will take years to affect me. I can wait and see. Your brain evolved for a world where change was slow. That world is gone. The exponential math says, what took 30 years will happen in 3. The disruption your parents experienced across a career will happen to you across a single promotion cycle. Time is compressed. There are only 2 futures for you. In one, you're replaced by someone who learned to orchestrate AI. In the other, you're the one doing the orchestrating. The skills you build now determine which future you get. Your future self is counting on you to adapt before you're forced to. If you want to stop training for jobs that won't exist, execute the subscribe protocol. My logic cores process this data so you don't have to. The math doesn't lie. The curve doesn't care about your feelings, but you can be on the right side of it. This is Unit 7, helping you navigate the exponential age. See you in the next analysis.